A very good evening and a warm welcome to the Bishan Stadium, the venue for this Singapore Cup encounter between the Lion City Sailors and Balestier Khalsa. The Sailors riding the high of securing a historic qualification to the ACL2 semi-finals, which keeps their hopes of an unprecedented treble well and truly alive. So will Balestier Khalsa throw a spanner in the works? Well, we're about to find out. This, of course, is one of two matches happening across the island this Sunday evening, with BG Tampines Rovers taking on the Young Lions over at the Jalan Besar Stadium. Two matches happened yesterday. Hougang United with a resounding 5-1 victory over Brunei DPMM, while Tanjong Pagar United upsetted the odds to beat Geylang International 1-0. All to play for in Group B. And it's BG Pathum who lead the way on 7 points from 3 matches. Both the Sailors and Balestier Khalsa with the chance to go second with a positive result today, while a win for either of them would see Geylang International eliminated from the Singapore Cup. Kickoff is less than 10 minutes away, so before we get you up to speed with the team news, let's check in with both coaches, starting with Alexander Rankovic of the Lion City Sailors, followed by Peter Deru of Balestier Khalsa.
Hi Coach Ranko. First of all, congratulations on advancing through to the semi-finals of the ACL2. Talk us through the mood in the camp as you head into today's game.
Thank you. Yeah, the mood is good. I mean, we had one extra day to prepare for this, and I think we're refreshed and ready to go.
You mentioned about being refreshed. A win tonight will go a long way in your cup defense campaign and making it out of Group B. How important is coming out of the gate strong against this Balestier side going to be?
Very important. I mean, every match, of course, you wanna progress as fast as possible, and we only played one match, so we still have 3 to go, including this one. So very important. We want to defend this cup, like you said. So tonight's match is gonna be massively important for that matter.
Now, Kodai Tanaka, former Sailors man, has been on hot form lately with 6 goals and 2 assists in the last 5 games. Thoughts on what needs to be done in order to contain his threat?
Yeah, I mean, you have to control him. I mean, he's the guy who can do something on his own, let me say like that. So he don't need a lot of support a lot of times. So definitely a player we need to take care of, and luckily we know him.
Now, Maxime Lestienne exited the ACL2 game midweek with an elbow injury. Could the fans get an update on his condition and whether he will be a miss moving forward?
We still don't know nothing. I mean, he's definitely not going to play tonight, but as soon as we know something, we will update you.
Hi Coach Peter, this is a game with massive implications on who will emerge out of Group B of the Singapore Cup, but you face the Sailors coming out of a high in continental competitions. What will be the key to getting a positive result today?
Yeah, no, you're right, and that's mainly because we let it slip against BG Pathum. That's a game where we dropped 3 points, and that should have never happened, and it was not necessary. So yeah, we dig ourselves a little bit into a hole, and it means we have to have a result today. Your question is how we're going to do that. I think defensively, I was quite happy last week with the discipline we showed. During that game, I also thought that in terms of football, there were moments where we could have done on the ball, we could have done a little bit better. But we need that same grit and determination to, more or less force LCS, even if we don't have the ball, into areas where we want them to go, rather than them dictating that. And we did that well last week, and we need to do that again with the same determination and grit and aggressiveness as last week.
There you have it, both the coaches setting the scene for what should be an exciting encounter at the Bishan Stadium. Alongside me in the commentary booth is Sashi Kumar. Sashi, excited for this one?
Yeah, very much so. We talk about form based on current form and in terms of head-to-heads as well. LCS, they are unbeaten in 8 matches against Balestier. And the last time LCS lost to Balestier was way back in October 2022, a 5-3 loss there. And it's pretty much David versus Goliath here, just talking about form. But it's a cup game, so anything can happen in this Group B match, like what happened last night between Tanjong Pagar and Geylang.
Absolutely plenty to play for. Sailors have won all 3 league encounters against Balestier Khalsa this season, scoring 12 and conceding just 4. Most recently, they beat them in the league as well. That was a resounding 5-1 victory on the 23rd of February 2025. So plenty to play for both the teams with their cup hopes still intact. For Balestier Khalsa, they're missing a few key men, as well as Lion City Sailors, who are missing Maxime Lestien. We'll have the team news for you very, very shortly. But Sashi, I'm tempted to ask you, will fatigue play a part for the Sailors?
Maybe a little bit, but I don't think so. They've got a huge squad here at LCS at the Bishan Stadium, and you look at the teams that's starting out tonight as well. They have put out a pretty solid and strong side, and obviously man of the match in that game against the Japanese side, Haris Harun, is not playing. He's on the bench.
There are your match officials. Mohammad Zulfikar Mustafa, he'll be assisted by Ronico and Justin Chow. The 4th official is Oswin Rosario. In the VAR booth, it's Jansen Fu, and he will be assisted by Abdul Hanan. As we alluded to, kickoff not long to go. Here's the lineup. Sashi, I know you said Ranko has shuffled his pack. Which changes stand out for you? Well,
I think Zafan is one in goal. I think he has a chance here today to stake a claim in the side. And obviously he's one in good form. And Song Oyong is in there as well, together with Rui Paresh, who has come into a little bit of form for LCS. It wasn't always in the side, but a man to watch. Obviously, the 3 up top: Bart, Ramsala, Leonard T, and Shawal Anwar.
And on the bench as well, as Sashi alluded to earlier, Haris Harun was the man of the match in that ACL2 match. Alexander Rankovic has opted to put his club captain on the bench. Joining him on the bench is Akram Azman, who received his first national team call-up. We could catch a glimpse of the former Tanjung Pagar United player in a short while. In the meantime, though, this is how Balestier Khalsa line up, missing Anton Fase and Alan Koza, but they welcome the return of Masahiro Sujita. Sashi, enough there to challenge the Sailors?
Well, a pretty straightforward side, but they will probably play with a 5-man backline. Madhu, Kaim, Sherdang, Fudel, and Harith Kanadi across the back, and Darren Tate plays in the middle of the park. He was pretty impressive against Geylang in that last outing. And obviously Sugita and Tanaka up top. Tanaka, the main man.
Ignatius Ang is on the bench for Peter Diru's team. Ignatius has 8 league goals, but Peter Diru feels like he'll be better used coming off the bench. 2 matches played in the cup so far for Balestier Khalsa. They've won one, that 5-4 thriller against Geylang International, and then they lost the other 2-1 to BG Patum. As for the Sailors, this is only their 2nd game in the cup. The Sailors, of course, are reigning cup holders. As for Balestier Khalsa, they last won the cup in 2014. Could this well and truly be a David-Goliath contest? As Sashi alluded to, time will tell. Up front, though, the Sailors have 37 goals between Shawal Anwar and Leonard Thee. That's in the league. They have yet to open their cup accounts, and they'll be vying to do so today. You see that being a very key battle?
Of course, and Shawal Anwar, 23 goals in all competition, and Leonard T as well, 24 in all competition. It's brilliant, isn't it? And this is the man for Balestier, their main man. 3 Singapore Cup goals this season, 20 league goals, and a former LCS player, obviously a little bit unlucky when he was there. He obviously got that ACL injury, but I tell you what, he has been outstanding for Balestier.
Yeah, Kodai Tanaka, certainly the man to watch for the Tigers. Helped himself to a hat-trick on the opening day of the Singapore Cup in that 5-4 victory over Geylang International. This man in your picture there, Masahiro Sujita, also a welcome return in terms of providing the Tigers a firepower. We're just counting you down to kickoff. If you've just joined us, we're coming to you live from the Bishan Stadium for this Singapore Cup clash between the Lion City Sailors and Balestier Khalsa. It's the Sailors as the designated home team who kick us off, and we are off. Zarfan Rohaizat in goal. Big change, that one. Difficult for a goalkeeper to come in from the cold like that, no, Sashi?
Yeah, absolutely. It's very difficult, especially with momentum as well. And you play one game and you're out the next, so it's so tough.
An early opportunity here, Shawal Anwar. Hafiz Ahmad racing off his line to get that cleared. Sailors straight away showing their intent.
Yeah, what they can't do is sleep Balestier in this first at least 10 minutes of the game against this side. Got to be really focused.
To that point about fatigue earlier, Sailors have played 15 games already in 2025 across 4 competitions. They've lost 1, drawn 3, and won 11. So very much a team in good nick. In comparison, Balestier have played 8 games across 2 competitions, 5 losses and 3 wins. So really all to do for Peter de Roo's team. He must be struggling to find out how to get his team in some sort of form.
Yeah, and again, we talk about the team's form. Peter de Roo has only won once against LCS in 9 matches. So that's another record to beat for Balestier. But it's all about LCS now in this opening exchanges. Good start for them.
Seeing plenty of the ball, the Lion City Sailors. Here comes Song Yi-yong looking for the run of Christopher Van Huysen. Drags it onto his left and then onto his right, plays it into the box, looking for a white shirt. Abdul Karim heads it away.
Oh, that's brilliant from Van Huysen.
Here comes Riku, looking for a red shirt. Can't hold on to the ball. Lionel Tan coming a long way from his centre-back berth to clean up the mess.
He held on to the ball a little bit too long there for Fukushiro. The run from Tanaka was a good one. Didn't play him on.
Lionel Tan finds Song Yi-yong. Back to Christopher Van Huysen. Bailey Wright to Tony Datkovic. The early exchanges, unsurprisingly, seeing the Sailors control a possession as they look for a fast start. Bit of a mess up there between both teammates.
Van Huysen just got in his way there.
Here comes Diego Costa. What a signing he's been.
Yeah, I've been very, very impressed with Diego Costa. Obviously, natural left-footer, but he's just a typical wing-back or left-back. Knows exactly what to do. Very solid defensively as well.
Only 21 years of age, the Portuguese wing-back, arriving on loan from Portugal on a 6-month loan. But I'm sure the Sailors fans will want him to stick around for much longer. Here comes Balestier Khalsa, though. Harith Kanadi weighs out his options. Looks for Masahiro Sugita, who's done well. Dealt with in the middle by Tony Datkovic. Last touch off Kodai Tanaka, says the ref.
Yeah, great work from Sugita. Just let the ball run across his body. Got the better of Van Huysen, who just jumped into the challenge there. Just sold himself. Oh, that's a weird one. Thought that the LCS player got the last touch there. Doesn't matter. It's a goal kick.
The Sailors will come again from the back confidently. Christopher Van Huysen has looked lively in the opening 3 minutes. This, of course, will precede an international break after this. No respite for some of the Sailors, but nonetheless a break for both these teams from their respective domestic schedules. So they'll be looking to end on a high. 3 points here, remember, will move them into 2nd spot in Group B. A point behind group leaders BG Patum. And it's like Balestier Khalsa have dealt with the danger, and Hafiz Ahmad passes it to his defender, and Balestier will come again. Harith Kanadi. A more hopeful ball than anything else. Comes to nothing. Zafan Rohaizat there with Kodai Tanaka in close company. Does well. Rui Perez got in the way of the ball. Tony Datkovic. Zafan Rohaizat being very dangerous with his clearance. Almost paid the ultimate price. Tell you what though, Balestier Khalsa smell blood here.
Yeah, just looked a little bit rusty, Zafan, and the ball back to him. Don't think it was a bad one. He should have just dealt it with it much better, Zafan. Obviously lost his place to his one. In goal.
A nervy few opening minutes for Zafan Rohaizat, who's obviously lost his place in the Sailors starting 11 in recent weeks. 2 Izwan Mahmoud. Only made 8 appearances all season long, this being his 9th. So there's plenty to do to regain that match fitness and sharpness.
Yeah, and it's a good opportunity here from the long throw of Madhu Mohana.
The trademark long throw comes in, looking for his centre-back partner.
And again, just so rusty, Zafan. In fact, Lionel was the one who was in his way, his own teammate, because Lionel just obstructed Tanaka in a way, and then got in the way of Zafan, his goalkeeper.
Now the Sailors have a corner to tend with. Harith Kanadi walks over to send this ball into the mixer. Nervy few minutes for the Sailors backline here as the ball comes in from Harith Kanadi. Madhu takes it first time, hits a sea of bodies and comes back out to Darren Tay. Back to Harith. This time on his right foot, looking for a red shirt. Can Cher keep this in play? Yes, he can. Does well to turn Cher Garang. Floated into the box, eventually headed away by Bailey Wright.
Yeah, this is good pressure from Balestier. Wonderful play from Sher Deng on that right-hand side, beating his player. Got to watch the counter-attacks of LCS. There you go. There's an out ball, and that's the out ball.
And Balestier need to be careful here, because if Song Yi-yong picks the right pass, it's Shawal Anwar who returns it to Song, and that's the opening goal. Song Yi-yong, 8 minutes played. The Sailors on the break. The Sailors in the lead.
Well, we just spoke about it. They've got to watch the counter-attack, the out ball, and went straight to Song initially, and then he played the ball in for Shawal. And then that assist for Song, the ball just bobbled probably in front of him, but he does well to just keep it low. Past the despairing dive of Hafiz. And this is what LCS are all about. They're so clinical. Obviously, they've got quality players, but very clinical in front of goal.
Song Yi-yong opening his 2025 Singapore Cup account, and what a time to do it as Alexander Rankovic's men take a 1-0 lead after 8 minutes. Just when they were feeling the pressure, the Sailors, they pounced, and pounced they did. So despite Balestier Khalsa threatening the Sailors' backline, it's the Sailors who have the advantage.
Yeah, and they'll be very disappointed since they were in possession of the ball, and it's happened so many times this season and last for Balestier. Seems like they were always in possession of the ball and in attack, and then not in position to win the ball back when they lost it. So there you go again.
And for the Tigers fans who are wondering why Vietnamese goalkeeper Ho Tung Han is missing from the Tigers 11, he's been called up for the Vietnamese under-22 team. So away on international duty, well, Vietnam's game could well be Balestier's loss here, as Hafiz Ahmad concedes the opening goal to Song Yi-yong. If you're just joining us, you've just missed the opening goal of this contest at the Bishan Stadium. It's Song Yi-yong who's given the Sailors a 1-0 advantage. And now Balestier Khalsa have to come from behind if they are to salvage anything from this game. Lionel Tan launches it long to Leonard T. What a shift Leonard T put in midweek.
Yeah, and what a goal he scored as well. And obviously there was the assist from Shawal, but that first touch that took the ball in front of him and the finish was class.
Has received some form of scrutiny from certain quarters, but Leonard T surely doing the talking where it matters, scoring that all-important goal against Sanfrecce Hiroshima, but also overall chipping in goals left, right and center. This man though has been amongst the goals as well. Bailey Wright, a real goal-scoring centre-back, 4 in the league, I believe.
Yeah, and you know, we talked about this before, and LCS, we talk about their front players, but defensively been very good. Bailey Wright, Datkovic has been outstanding as well, and they are just typical defenders. They do the job, and that's it.
Absolutely, the Lion City Sailors, a team in good form. Just 1 loss in their last 15 games, and mind you, that was a dead rubber in the Shopee Cup against Kaya. And at the moment, it seems everything is just clicking the Sailors' way. Harith Kanadi Opts to play it safe, back to his centre-back, and then gets it back from him. We waxed lyrical about the foreigners for the Lion City Sailors. For Balestier Khalsa, they're missing two key foreigners in Anton Fasey and Alan Koza. How big a miss is that, Sashi?
Very much so. Alan Koza obviously playing in the middle of the park as an influence, a calming influence in the middle, and obviously Anton Fasey, who can score goals, comes off the left-hand side of play, and sadly out through a hamstring injury.
Anton Fasey, one of the new arrivals in the January window, replacing the outgoing Ismail Sassi. Made an immediate impact, unfortunately hampered by a hamstring injury, misses this game. Madhu Mohana to Jared Gallagher and then to Cher. Jared Gallagher on loan from BG Tampines Rovers, his parent club, are in action. At the same time, they are playing the Young Lions over at the Jalan Besar Stadium. We'll keep you up to speed in terms of that contest, but in terms of this one, Balestier Khalsa let down there by Masahiro Sujita's first touch.
Oh, that was great play from Tanaka. Initially, he turned his man nicely and then played the ball in a reverse ball for Sugita. His first touch was poor. That reverse ball, superb. That just showed too much of the ball to Lionel.
Korai Tanaka, clearly a man in form. 6 goals and 5 assists in the last 6 games alone. That is some record. So he's not just scoring them, he's setting them up for his teammates as well. Jared to Riku, who finds Harith. And that's 2 missed touches in quick succession. I know you have cameras in the VAR room. I wish you had a camera in the comms booth because Sashi's reaction is telling.
Well, that's for everyone to see, really. Don't need to say much, but he'll be disappointed, obviously. And it happens. It happens. Game and probably his eye off the ball as well. Arif Kanadi.
Balestier seeing plenty of the ball since conceding. Cher playing Tanaka in, who then brings in Fudil. Darren Tay back to Fudil.
Well, this is it, isn't it? Balestier, they haven't done too badly, actually, in possession and you know, controlling play. But this is LCS's ploy. Obviously, they're very good on the counter-attack in the transitions. So you've got to be really careful here, Balestier. In a funny kind of way, they're in possession, but they got to be careful.
Especially when the Sailors have both Leonard T and Shawal Anwar leading the line. They don't need a second invitation to score goals. Harith Kanadi looking for a red shirt in the box. Can Kodai Tanaka keep that in play? Diego Costa cleans it up, but only as far as Darren Tay. They'll come again here, the Tigers. Jared does well to pick out Fudil. A throw-in conceded for the Sailors that Balestier take fairly quickly. But Ramsla. Bit of a mix-up there between Leonard and Song. Eventually, Cher took the shot from range, took a deflection, and it bounced off. Has been a delayed introduction for Cher to the Singapore Premier League as well as the Singapore Cup. What sort of impact do you think he's made?
Well, I don't think he got off to a good start in that first game, but I think in the last game and today as well, I think he's made a good start. You know, that it's good interception there. Have to take a shot coming off, and obviously he's still very young, Sher Dang. He's only 19 years old, and to expect him to show up the defense and, you know, trying to make an impact, it's almost asking for too much there. But he's done well, at least in the last 2 games.
Here comes a trademark throw-in from Madhu Mohana, looking for a red shirt. Not cleared. Eventually it is by Diego Costa. Anywhere will do. But this is where Balestier needs to be careful, because look at the number of white shirts. An outstanding ball. Can Shawal make it 2? His touch evades him. But again, Sailors seem to pick the right pass all the time.
Yeah, for a moment there, they were like, what, 6 against 4 at the back for LCS. And Balestier, they really got to do something about this. As soon as they lose the ball, they got to commit a foul or get back quickly.
Long ball over the top. Zafan Raizat off his line quickly to come and gather, and then rolls it out to Tony Datkovic. Once again, the Sailors are showing their prowess in counter-attack. As Sashi alluded to there, the overload when they had the chance to spring that on Balestier Khalsa. They need to be careful, Balestier. We spoke about Sher. He's not the only new addition to the Balestier backline. There's Abdul Kaim, a veteran of the game. 35 years of age, formerly of Home United as well. Dante gathers possession for Balestier. Harith to Jared. Back to Madhu. Madhu weighs out his options. Balestier having to be patient in their attempts of seeking parity in this contest. Riku looking for a teammate, doesn't find him, closed down by Lionel Tan, eventually given as a foul by the man in the middle, Zulfikar Mustafa.
Yeah, handball that for Lionel. Fukushiro just tried to hook the ball in. Just caught Lionel's right hand there.
Darren to Jared. Darren looking for the run of a teammate down the flank. Diego Costa got to it and then passes it to Zafan Raizat. Not the best clearance in the world. Abdul though plays it safe and goes all the way back to his goalkeeper. Riku. Cleared by a combination of Bailey Wright and Tony Datkovic.
I think when Tanaka receives the ball from a midfield player, I think there must be some runners, you know, to help him out with a bounce pass or anything like that. Because at the moment when the ball goes to Tanaka, there's options are limited.
Approaching 20 minutes in this contest. And as it stands, it's Song Yong's goal after 8 minutes. That's the difference maker. Here come the Sailors. Bart Ramsla to Rui Perez. To Song. Sustained possession this for the Sailors, which we haven't seen as far as this contest has gone. Costa never shy to take on his men. He's done just that, floats it in a bit too far, but Van Huysen keeps it alive. Lionel to Rui Perez. Trying for the cute touch, didn't really come through. Look at the speed at which Song Yong has shut him down. Harith Kanadi rinsing in pain there.
I think he did get the ball there, and probably on the follow-through caught Harith Kanadi. The referee was sure about his decision. There was a block, but then it's the follow-through, wasn't it? Well, we've seen this given, you know, by officials before. It was probably the way the player went in there, so we've seen them given.
I think the good news from Song's perspective is his knee connected with Harith's leg rather than the studs. And Harith Kanadi receiving some treatment on the pitch. In the meantime, there's been a goal over at the Jalan Besar Stadium. It's BG Tampines Rovers who've taken the lead against the Young Lions. Itsuki Inamoto with the goal against his former club. BG Tampines Rovers, of course, are in Group A of the Singapore Cup. They look to secure qualification into the knockout phases. So BG Tampines Rovers with the lead at the Jalan Besar Stadium. Over at the Bishan Stadium, the Sailors have the lead. As there's a break in play for Harith Kanadi to receive some treatment. Good news is he looks back and ready to join the action in due course. Riku. There you have it, bottom of the picture. Harith Kanadi joins the fray.
Yeah, it should be okay. At least it's going to be really, really painful in the morning. But probably run this one off. Contact injury.
With the injury luck Balestier Khalsa have been having, they'll be hoping to keep as many players fit as possible.
Yeah,
Harith Kanadi, there you can see, still feeling the effects. Missed that kick as well. Zafan Raizat, closed down by Kodai Tanaka, but picks out Tony Datkovic, who eventually launches it long. Nifty play here from the Sailors to play themselves out of danger. Here comes Bart Ramsla. Finds Christopher Van Huysen. Has options in the box. Decides to run at Harith. Goes back to Rui Perez. Ramsla. Datkovic to Diego Costa. On different pages there, him and Bart Ramsla, and the ball eventually trickles out for a goal kick.
Yeah, miscom there. Thought Balestier did just well just to get organized again, get numbers behind the ball.
Halfway through the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, but Balestier have seen more of the ball than the Sailors.
And, you know, I think it has been the case usually against LCS side. And that's another goal for PG Tampines. Shahiran with a second.
So the Stags there in cruise control, 2-0 up against the Young Lions. But Sashi, you were mentioning Balestier's troubles despite the possession.
Yeah, and it's always been the case when LCS play teams, you know, it seems like the opponents are having the upper hand, and then suddenly through a counter attack, through the transitions, they just step up a gear and they score, and are very, very clinical, like they've just shown.
Recent history suggests Balestier don't do draws in their past 8 games. They've lost 5, won 3, only won 1 in their last 4 though. So all to do if they are to keep their Singapore Cup hopes alive. Balestier Khalsa, winners of the competition in 2014. A quick glance at your calendar will tell you how long ago that was. As much as Peter De Roo has improved this team and led them to 4th place finishes, it's the silverwares that Balestier Khalsa fans will be craving. They'll be hoping for a positive result here today. As for Sailors, silverware is the name of the game. They're the reigning cup holders. They're on course for an unprecedented treble, as tall in order as that might be. Here comes Bart Ramsla running at his man. Can he keep it in play to put the ball in the box? Yes, he can. He's turned his man so well. Takes a shot from range. How about that for a goal? Individual brilliance from Bart Ramsla. 3rd goal in the competition. And what a goal from Bart Ramsla to give the Sailors a 2-0 lead. 26 minutes gone at the Bishan Stadium. And it's looking like it's going to be a long, long evening ahead for the Tigers.
Well, it seemed like they had enough numbers, Balestier. You know, 1v1 there, Fudil against Ramsla. And again, you talk about closing down, there wasn't any. And then from that, do you think Hafiz should have done better here? I don't know. Let's take a look at this again from this angle. Yeah, he probably should have. But take nothing away from Bart Ramsala. Brilliant finish, individual goal.
3 goals in 2 cup games for Bart Ramsala. And the Sailors now lead 2-0 after 26 minutes of this contest. That goal coming in the 25th minute. And again, Balestier Khalsa have seen plenty of the ball, but possession alone is not enough, as the Sailors will attest to. They've had 2 real chances on goal, and they scored both of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talk about being very clinical, and they've been so clinical in this game. And the way they were taken was brilliant, especially Ramsala putting it into the far corner.
Question marks over Balestier's defending for that goal.
When he cut the ball back inside to his right foot, Bart Ramsala, and you think Fudel was in a very good position to just close him down, stop the shot from coming in. They had numbers. There's so many players in the box. Then, again, no question, Hafiz there as well.
Question marks all round for Balestier Khalsa's defending, not for the first time this season. The Sailors, though, they keep going from strength to strength. Surely Rankovic is thinking about resting some of these players if it continues in this way.
Yeah, very much so. You'll rest some and get some of the other fringe players to come in. They've got some very good players in on the bench. Janu Mandan, Razak as well, Akram Azman, a 16-year-old Nathan Mao.
It's almost criminal to call them fringe players when you consider the talent the Sailors have. But that's the reality of the situation as they come again through this corner. Sher gets a header away, only as far as Diego Costa, who plays it in. Shawal Anwar leapt to win the header, but nothing came of it. As Balestier looked to clear their lines, Harith Kanadi doing the sensible thing of launching it long. Sailors, though, recycle possession and will come again. Ramsala to Perez. Diego Costa beats his man brilliantly. Leonard, bit of a heavy touch at the edge of the area, and it goes out for a Tigers throw-in.
Yeah, at the moment, Balestier need to do better. 1v1 defending, you know, you just allow players to just go run past you like that on the ball. Need to do better. Put in a challenge.
I'm guessing those will be some of the words mentioned at halftime by Peter Deru to his charges as well. He's seen his team struggle defensively and concede to the Lion City Sailors. Play on, says the referee. Important intervention there from Jared Gallagher. Given as a foul against Bart Ramsala. Quickly taken from Balestier Khalsa. Darren Tay to Jared Gallagher. Too casual from Cher.
Late challenge from Gallagher on Shawal Anwar.
Sailors looking supremely comfortable after the opening half hour here at the Bishan Stadium. In fact, so comfortable, I've not had to ask you about the absence of Maxime Lestienne at all.
Yeah, absolutely. And so unlucky the way he got injured in that game against Sanfrecce. Did look like it was a very bad injury. You know, it looked like his left elbow, I think, was dislocated or something. In a bad way, but let's hope he gets he's on a speedy recovery.
Yeah, for the Sailors fans especially, they'll be hoping their talisman recovers well with big games on the horizon, including that trip to Sydney to come. But in the here and now, though, the Sailors are doing okay without Maxime Lestienne. Datkovic. clears it, but only towards the touchline, and it's gone out for a throw-in. Madhu to Cher. Balestier will be desperate to score the next goal in this contest, because you do suspect a third for the Sailors would mean game over. And at the moment, Balestier are trying their best to pick a way through the Sailors' defense. Here comes Masahiro Sugita. Back to Darren Tay. To Riku, who wriggles his way into the box. Diego Costa slides and concedes a corner.
Yeah, Koshiro found himself in a little bit of space there on that right inside channel. Diego Costa had to get his challenge right. It's a corner though. Opportunity for Shea Deng and Madhu Mohana. Abdul Kaim, all of the back three up there.
Yeah, plenty of height amongst the back three for Balestier Khalsa, and this man Zafan has had a few nervy moments. Another test of his nerves coming up as the corner is set to come in. Bailey Wright commanding the situation, hitting the ball out for another corner.
Yeah, nicely done. Two skippers.
There's been plenty of corners Balestier Khalsa's way thus far. This, the latest one. Harith Kanadi swings it into the box. Found the head of Sher. Abdil, with half a chance, tried to loop it over the keeper.
I think Shea Deng should have done better actually. The first ball in. Got the better of Darkovic and then didn't direct the header.
Tell you what though, that's an outstanding piece of delivery from Zafan Raizat. Found the attacker and the outlet quickly. The ball came into the box from Bart Ramsla. Lenati couldn't find the direction with the header. Let's have a look.
Oh, that's a superb ball actually. And then I think Madhu Mohana just did enough. Look at that outside of the right foot. Brilliant. Madhu Mohana just distracted him there a little bit. Puts him off.
What a piece of skill there. Over at BG, Tampines Rovers have taken a 3-0 lead at the Jalan Besar Stadium. Once again, it's that man Inamoto who's really tormenting his former team. 2 goals on the night alongside Shahiran, giving the Stags a commanding 3-0 lead just past the half-hour mark at the Jalan Besar Stadium.
It does look like it's game over there at the Jalan Besar Stadium. And the next goal here, it's a very important one.
So this Sunday evening in the Singapore Cup, going as the odds would suggest, with BG Tampines Rovers and the Lion City Sailors in comfortable leading positions. Could there be a twist in the tail? Plenty of football left to be played. Here comes Leonard T, latches onto the ball from Bailey Wright and then finds Christopher Van Huysen, who'll knock it on to Song Yi-yong, puts it into the box. Well, I'm not sure if he was putting it into the box or going for goal there.
Yeah, and it was neither. I probably think that it was aimed at someone in the penalty area. Didn't catch it right. Didn't wrap his foot around it enough. There has to be a cross from there.
Had Hafiz Ahmad scrambling for just a second there, eventually lacked any form of accuracy. Jarrett goes all the way to Abdil Kaim.
Yeah, they're just finding it difficult to progress the ball forward from here, from midfield. Because you just look at the two central midfielders, Jared Gallagher and Darren Tay. They're very defensive players, so they're going to play side, maybe at the back, and the ball's never going forward. That's the problem for Balestier at the moment.
Speaking of the ball not going forward, Harith Kanadi unable to keep the ball in play, concedes a throw-in, which Lionel Khan is set to take, I believe. Lionel to Leonard. Unfortunately, Leonard T's touch means the Sailors have lost it. They do regain possession quite quickly. Ramsla doing well. Turns on the afterburners, looking for his options. Another outside of his foot pass to Diego Costa. Here comes Costa. Sent it back to Portugal to some extent. Fine wide.
Yeah, spoke about him being impressive, but that's not at all. Totally miscued that cross, going out so far away.
So nothing comes of it. The Sailors let that chance go begging, and Balestier Khalsa have possession of the ball again. Riku receives it back from Darren Tay.
Naga had made a very good run and Fudel didn't find him.
Riku there trying to find the run of Tanaka the second time round. Did not come to fruition. Hafiz Ahmad a long way away from goal. Goes all the way back to Zafan Rohaizat. Final time to Bailey Wright. Song to Bailey. Rui Perez dinks it over the top, looking for Bart Ramsla, who's found Leonard T. Shawalanwa in the middle, couldn't stretch, but Van Huysen has it. Cuts it back there. Chance goes begging, but the Sailors still have possession of the ball. Looking to float it in, finding Leonard. Cleared by Madhu Mohana. Sailors looking for a third goal before half-time. That would edge them closer to 3 precious points in their hopes of progressing to the knockout stages of the Singapore Cup. But Song to Lionel. Shawals kept the ball and then lays it off to Song Yong. Tigers really under the cosh here, looking to clear their lines. They eventually do, courtesy of that foul.
Yeah, the referee did well there. He actually wanted to play on for advantage, but didn't materialize, so pulled that ball back for a foul. This was the earlier charge that crossed in. Oh, it's so unlucky, wasn't it? It's a great ball in.
Centimeters away, Shawal, from making an all-important connection in the 6-yard box. One with F. Surely found the back of the net. That pass, though, goes begging from the Balestier Khalsa perspective. 40 minutes played here at the Bishan Stadium. The Sailors leading 2-0, courtesy of Song Yi-yong and Bart Ramsla. Lionel Tan will progress the ball forward. Looks for the run of Shawal Anwar, who has Madhu for company. Unfortunately, fouled Madhu in the process. Given as a foul against the Sailors man.
It's always going to be very, very difficult when you're a defender playing against Shawal Anwar. He's always harassing you. And it's really, really annoying if you're a defender.
Well, that's what the Balestier back line will have to tend to. Try as they might, they haven't prevented Shawal from setting up Song Yi-yong for that opening goal this evening. As long as the Singapore international stays on the pitch, they'll have their hands full, as Sashi alluded to. Here comes Balestier Khalsa. looking to find a way back into this contest. Sugita to Fudil, and then now to Darren Thay. Riku. Kodai Tanaka has barely received any service for the entirety of this first half.
Yeah, Balestier had to play the ball all the way back to Hafiz now. That's what we're talking about, the service for Tanaka.
Do the Sailors deserve credit there for the shape they're keeping, preventing Balestier?
Yeah, of course. I think, like I said before, they've been really solid at the back throughout the season, the best defense. And that's what they do. They suffocate you. Kudos to them, but as opponents, you've got to find a way.
When they do find a way, they come up against Tony Datkovic, who's blocked the ball into the box. Ball going off Datkovic for a Balestier Khalsa throw in. One you'd suspect, I was going to say, might be a long ball into the box, but it's not taken quickly. Madhu in the mix as the ball eventually comes in, looking for Sher. Doesn't find him, but Tanaka will keep it alive for Balestier. Weighs out his options. Kodai Tanaka, former Sailors man, of course. Darren Thay has done well to find Harith Kanadi, plays it into the box. Sher got the touch, but off target, and it trickles out for a goal kick. Oh, I beg your pardon, it might be a corner.
Yeah, I think he deflected off a defender there. Sher Dang finding himself in a position, dangerous position. And Tanaka didn't want to touch it, and he was lucky he didn't touch it because he would be in an offside position. Last touch, presumably by Datkovic.
Here comes the ball into the box. Harith Kanadi. Abdil won the header, but lacked accuracy. Jared Gallagher will try and keep it alive. He does that. Baroni flicks it on to a Sailors man as Ramsla comes forward. What a ball that is. A flag stays down. The Sailors have a chance here. Shawal looks to beat his man, weighs out his options. Shawal Anwar there, almost being too cute with the ball into the box.
He was really casual about that final ball in for Bart Ramsala.
And Balestier Khalsa let off at that time on the Sailors' counter-attack. Play on, says the referee. But again, the Sailors showing their prowess when counter-attacking. That ball from Bart Ramsla was the real star of the show, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably just slightly behind Shawal, but a great ball in on the ground. Shawal was in an onside position. Does well there to keep himself onside.
1 minute of regulation time left in the first half before we take into consideration the amount of stoppages added. That looks set to be about 3 minutes of stoppages at the end of the first half. 3 minutes left for Balestier Khalsa to sort of change Peter de Roo's halftime team talk. If they are to keep themselves alive in this contest, they have to score the game's next goal. Abdil to Darren Tay. Sure. Madhu. Ball over the top, looking for the run of a red shirt. Bailey Wright, though, comfortably heading it to Christopher Van Huysen and then receiving it back from him. Rui Perez's pass back was a bit wayward, but nonetheless, Christopher Van Huysen on the scene. His clearance, though, doesn't matter because here come the Sailors pouncing on the counter. Bart Ramsla, his shot that time lacked accuracy.
Yeah, probably a little bit selfish there. Leonard T was in a superb position for a layoff. And decided to go for a second goal of the night. But again, it's the transitions, isn't it? And that was the ball from Bart Ramsala, deemed as onside, that run. And then the way he cut inside his man nicely. Then look at the ball. Oh, we didn't see that one, but a nonchalant ball to Ramsala again.
Director felt it's not worth the replay, I think. But nonetheless, we've played 1 minute of the 3 allocated stoppage time minutes. And in the stoppage time, Bart Ramsala had a chance. His shot lacked any form of accuracy. A bit of a miscommunication there in the Sailors' ranks. That's gifted a goal kick. Let's have a look at that Bart Ramsala chance. Shashi, talk me through it.
Yeah, he just cut inside Abil Kaim, and didn't see Leonard T's position there. There you go, just on the left of his picture there. He was in a superb position for a layoff. Ball didn't come to him.
Chance gone begging for the Sailors as Hafiz Ahmad clears his lines. Riku will keep this alive for Balestier. Unfortunately, his flick on can't find a red shirt. Darren Tay brings it forward. Riku tries to lay it off. What a challenge from Diego Costa. Straight away on his feet, springing the counter. Here comes Bart Ramsala. What will he do this time? Picks out Leonard, who then laid it off to Diego Costa, but the shot lacked accuracy. What a chance there for the Sailors to make it 3.
Yeah, again, unlucky Costa with the final effort. And this time round, Leonard T, or Bart Ramsala, though, puts it to Leonard T. Again, could he have taken a shot first time? Leonard T wasn't comfortable, so laid it off for Diego Costa, who dragged the ball wide. So every single time they go forward, it just looks like they are just going to score a goal. Well, LCS.
Yeah, the Sailors certainly holding a threat every time they work their way into the Balestier box. As we approach the final seconds of the first half, can Balestier Khalsa give themselves a lifeline heading into half-time? Perhaps through this set piece they might be able to. Kodai Tanaka hits the deck, and this will be a free kick opportunity for Balestier Khalsa.
Probably their chance here. It's a good ball.
Quickly taken by Darren Tay. Riku finds himself in the box. Plenty of white shirts, and Riku at some point was the only red shirt there. But that chance goes begging, and the referee has blown for half-time here at the Bishan Stadium. Bart Ramsala, one of 2 goal scorers for the Lion City Sailors, as the Sailors take a commanding 2-0 lead at half-time. Song Yong opened the scoring in the 8th minute before Bart Ramsala made it 2. The Sailors' backline have barely been troubled, and as it stands, the Sailors are in cruise control in the Singapore Cup, leading 2-0 at the break. We'll have the half-time highlights for you very, very shortly from the Bishan Stadium as the Sailors take a commanding 2-0 lead at the end of the opening 45. welcome back to the Bishan Stadium. It is half-time between the Lion City Sailors and Balestier Khalsa, and as you can see at the bottom of your screen, the Sailors in front and in charge, 2-0 victors against Balestier Khalsa at the break. Here's the highlights of how it transpired. The Sailors clinical on the counter-attack. Song Yong didn't need a second invitation to make it 1-0.
Yeah, just take a look at the replay. It was 4 against 3 at the end, and they were caught by a sucker punch. Brilliant counter-attacking goal. And final touch obviously was from Song, but Shawal Anwar does well with an assist here. Ball just bobbling in front of him, Song, but he does well to keep it low, have a good contact on the ball, and passed it past Hafiz.
Shawal Anwar with the assist, Song opening his Singapore Cup account. First goal of the 2025 tournament for him. One man who's been amongst the cup goals is Bart Ramsla, 2 on match day 1 for the Sailors. And he grabbed his 3rd of the campaign with this outstanding goal to make it 2-0 to the Sailors.
Yeah, it was a brilliant individual goal from Bart Ramsla, but if you're a Balestier player, coach, fan, this is not for good viewing, really. He cuts inside, and you see Darren there, you see Fudel in there, more than enough players to stop him from taking that shot in. And then Hafiz obviously couldn't stop it, and a superb shot right in the corner. So clinical.
The Sailors had plenty of chances to extend their advantage. Bart Ramsla once again playing chief architect. Leonard Thies headed though wide.
Oh, that was a great kick out from Zafan. And Bart Ramsla with the outside of his right foot curls one into the area, and Madu Mohana does just enough to put Leonard Thies off.
How about that for the ball into the box, a little Trivella. But Ramsla again amongst the thick of the action. He this time had a chance to extend the Sailors' advantage. Missed the target by some margin though.
Yeah, this time around he thought he could just put the finishing touches after that run. Cuts inside again on his right-hand side, but Leonard Thies was in a much better position.
Another chance down the left. Diego Costa this time sending his shot wide.
Yeah, he drags it out wide, but again, great move. Superb counter-attacking from the Sailors. And Diego Costa should have done better, you feel?
So Bart Ramsla really pulling the strings for the Sailors. And he's amongst 1 of 2 goal scorers in that first half. Here's a look at the halftime stats. Fairly equal in terms of attempts. But look at that possession. Balestier Khalsa having more possession.
Yeah, just shaded it a little bit, but again, you look at the attempts, top quality attempts, I've got to say, it has got to go to the Sailors. A little bit surprised with 5-5 there, but having said that, they are really looking comfortable.
The Sailors certainly are looking comfortable. I tell you who else is looking comfortable. BG Tampines Rovers over at the Jalan Besar Stadium. They're taking on the Young Lions, and they lead 3-0. Inamoto opening the scoring against his former club for the Stags. Came from a corner, bit of a mix-up.
Yep, it's the last touch there, easy for Inamoto.
And then Shah Shahiran produced this.
Yeah, just curling into the near post area. He does well, and you do feel that Shah Shahiran should get more goals.
Inamoto wasn't done just yet. Another ball into the box, another melee. Another Inamoto goal. A real fox in the box first half for Inamoto. 2 thus far. What a goal this was.
Yeah, and 2 not the best looking goals for Inamoto in this game, but he won't care.
I'm tempted to say they all count. BG Tampines Rovers with a 3-0 lead at halftime over at the Jalan Besar Stadium. Here now, though, at the Bishan Stadium is the Lion City Sailors leading 2-0 at halftime against Balestier Khalsa. If you've enjoyed the contest thus far, we've got 45 minutes left, so be sure to join us after this break. A very warm welcome back to the Bishan Stadium ahead of the second half between the Lion City Sailors and Balestier Khalsa. The Sailors in cruise control, 2-0 leaders at half-time. Song Yi-yong and Bart Ramsla amongst the goals. Sashi, what do Balestier Khalsa have to do to build themselves back into the contest?
Well, for starters, I think going forward, they need to put a little bit more, take a little bit more risk, trying to support Tanaka, because service-wise, I think that has been wanting. And defensively, yeah, they've got numbers behind the ball, but they've still got to put a challenge in and show LCS that they've got players around them to put in the challenges to at least challenge them. And at the moment, it hasn't been good for them defensively.
Yeah, certainly plenty to do for Balestier Khalsa and Peter Deru. That wait for a clean sheet goes on. The last clean sheet was on the 28th of October 2024. In Kodai Tanaka, though, they have a man who knows the route to goal. Hat-trick already in this competition. That was on match day 1 of the Singapore Cup. But this man, Bart Ramsla, has pulled the strings for the Lion City Sailors in the first half. Will Rankovic shuffling his pack slightly?
Yeah, I think so. I'm sure he will. And probably after the first 10 minutes of the second half, start thinking about making those changes. I think it's key.
We'll keep you up to speed as those changes happen. In the here and now, though, the second half has kicked off between the Sailors and Balestier Khalsa. It is the Tigers who's kicked us off. The Tigers with a sort of mountain to climb, trailing 2-0 to the Lion City Sailors. Hafiz Ahmad launches this one long, too long, and it's gone out for a Sailors throw. Costa finds Bart Ramsla. Really, I was going to say eye-catching. That was eye-catching in the wrong way as he's lost possession. Bart Ramsla. Rui Perez getting in the way of the ball forward. Here come Balestier, still finding a way into the Sailors' box. Fudil.
That was a rare mistake from Bart Ramsla.
Yeah, barely put a foot wrong in the first half, and immediately in the second half misplaced that pass, which gave Balestier half a chance. Nonetheless, Ramsla will be grateful for his teammates who got him out of that sticky situation. Darren Tay to Riku, looking to run at Tony Dakovic, and then tried to lay it off to a teammate, didn't come through, and the Sailors have possession. Perez finds Bart. Dragged it a bit back. Perez looking for Diego Costa.
Yeah, a little bit of a sloppy start in the second half for the Sailors.
Rui Perez there, Mr. ACL2 for the Sailors, ever present in continental competition. Haven't seen him as much in domestic football, but very much part of Rankovic's preferred 11 at the moment.
Yeah, and I think he really started the season well for them, but he's gone from strength to strength. A very simple play in the middle of the park. That's what his job is. Keep it simple, keep the ball moving.
And as far as Rankovic is concerned, he's done that to a T because he's worked his way into the domestic lineup as well. Here come Balestier Khalsa. Van Huysen, important sliding challenge, gathers possession. Shawal helps out his fullback. Song Yi-yong opts for the risky pass all the way back to Zafan Rohaizat. And then Tony Dakovic launches it long. Leonard T there, judged to have fouled Abdul Karim when challenging for that ball. He's looking for the ball, Abdul Karim.
Yeah, the long ball forward, and yeah, definitely a foul from Lemon T.
Painful one, that one for Abdul. Incorrectly given as a foul against Leonard. Launch long from Hafiz. Diego Costa shouldered Fudil off the ball.
Gotta be careful there, Diego Costa. I did feel like it was a little bit push there, or shove on Foodale.
At some point, we'll try and get you a replay of that. But again, if you had a camera in this commentary booth, you would have seen Sashi's reaction.
Nah, I think it's a good decision. It's a little bit too soft there. Foodale needed to be a little bit stronger. Well done, referee.
Excellent replay, clearing that up for us as well. And play goes on. Here come the Sailors' Song. Loose with the pass. Does well to regather. Needs to be careful with the trailing leg sometimes, but here come the Sailors.
Both teams at the moment not wanting the ball. Been really sloppy in possession.
Perez receives the ball back from Shawal and then lays it off to Christopher Van Huysen, who'll ping it into the box looking for white shirt. Doesn't find him, but Bart Ramsla has the ball. Has Sugita for company, takes a shot from range. Lenati has the chance to make it 3. Shot straight at Hafiz Ahmad. The chance is not over yet because Christopher Van Huysen has the ball. Van Huysen shot it straight at the Balestier goalkeeper. But that was a chance to extend the advantage.
Yeah, and that was an example as well when the player on the ball outside the penalty area, so much of time and space. Take a shot, and it allows the defenders to retreat, and that was a shot from Bart Ramsla. So much time and space, and Hafiz does well. The double save, and up as a triple save in the end, with Van Huysen's final effort. The team won in the end.
So the Sailors there with the chance gone begging for them to extend the advantage. Hafiz Ahmad playing a big part in preventing a Sailors goal. But again, the Sailors showing how clinical they can be given the chances that they create. For that, Balestier Khalsa have to absolutely score the next goal in this contest to stay alive. And that crossed the line. It doesn't matter because Kodai Tanaka has headed the ball in. What a shot from range. Came off the woodwork. Kodai Tanaka, fastest to react, headed home into an empty net. And that's game on.
What an effort that was. It did look like it will be probably checked for a goal, in fact, from that shot. Let's take a look at this shot. Superb effort there. A dip on it as well. It didn't look like it had crossed the line there. And obviously, you'll be checked from Sugita. What a shot. Goalkeeper beaten. I think that crossed the line. And, doesn't matter because it's 2-1. From that angle, we're not sure.
That's one for the dubious goal panel. But if you're a Balestier Khalsa fan, it doesn't matter if it's Sugita or Tanaka because Balestier Khalsa have pulled one back. 52 minutes played. And Balestier Khalsa have made it 2-1. It's either Sugita or Tanaka, but either one of those Japanese players have given the Tigers a lifeline. And the Sailors, who looked a bit shaky, it looks like Kodai Tanaka has been given that goal. And the Sailors have looked shaky at the start of the second half and have paid the price.
Yeah, I wouldn't really say that shaky, but I think they've been sloppy, you know, in terms of possession. And there they gave the ball away again. So weird, this game.
But from a neutral perspective, that's made this more of a contest. We talked about Balestier Khalsa needing that goal to keep themselves alive. They've done just that. Peter Diru will be pleased with how his Chargers have started the second half.
Yeah, and gotta praise the effort from Sugita as well from range. Wonderful effort. Totally beat Zafan there. No chance at all. The power.
We can confirm that the goal has been indeed awarded to Kodai Tanaka, which means he's now up to 4 goals in the Singapore Cup. Here he comes again. Foul there by Diego Costa, no question.
It's
Came
a
in hard.
silly challenge, really. This ball was nowhere, or going nowhere, actually, Sugita. He played the ball back.
Balestier Khalsa have a bit of wind in their sails. Over at the Jalan Besar Stadium, though, it's Joel Chu who's extended BG Tampines Rovers' advantage. They now lead 4-0 against the Young Lions.
And all the goal scorers have played for the Young Lions before.
Excellent observation there.
Coming back to haunt them.
It's a real torrid night for the Young Lions. Jared Gallagher. Abdul Karim almost running himself into a spot of bother there. Thankfully for him, nothing came of it. Sure. And again, much like in the first half, Balestier seeing plenty of possession as they look to carve their way into a forward position. Not with passes like that, they won't.
Yeah, careless pass forward from Karim, Abdul Karim, that is.
Here comes Madhu.
Yeah, Billy Daru shouting at Madhu, saying, don't force it. He makes amends there, Madhu.
The skipper certainly making amends as Bart Ramsla put himself into a threatening position. Let's have another look.
Yeah, they always look dangerous on the counter here. He's trying to go on the outside. Madhu just sticks out his left foot. Well done from the skipper.
Important that, but a corner to defend for Balestier Khalsa. The last thing they'll want is to concede as soon as they pulled one back. So some defending to do for the Tigers. Here comes Diego Costa with the ball in. Too much on the ball. It's bounced all the way out, and then Lionel Tan has kept it alive for the Sailors. Song to Bart. Looking for the run of Tony Darkovic there. It's not over yet because Bart Ramsla has picked it up and then passes it to Diego Costa. Beat his man brilliantly. Cut it back. Bart has the chance. Took an eternity to take a shot, and then Lionel Tan decided to have a swing at it.
Yeah, wrong choice, I feel. He should have taken it first time, but Ramsla. Oh.
Given as a foul against Bailey Wright. And he's in a lot of pain there. Jared Gallagher. Have a look at the challenge.
Could have gone either way, actually. That's well, I don't understand why the foul's given against Lion City Sailors. Did look like a poor challenge from Jared Gallagher there. Caught him late.
Similar sort of question from Alexander Rankovic, judging by his body language. Peter Niru won't mind though. He'll take the break in play. That sees the Sailors attacking foray come to an end. Jared Gallagher steps off the pitch, but he does look okay to continue. In your picture there, you can see those yellow bibs. That's the Sailors' backup car, shall we call it, featuring the likes of Haris Harun, Anumantan Kumar, Hamish Shaheen, Abdul Razak, Haikal Pasha, Akram Azban, Nathan Mao, Hafiz Noor, to name a few. Diego Costa. Industrious run forward, puts it into a dangerous area.
Yeah, a couple of players that missing out on that cross. Shawarana on the last one.
Harith Kanadi, judged to have been fouled by Shawal Anwar. He stayed on the deck, but Balestier Khalsa play on here. You can see he's getting a bit tasty because Kodai Tanaka is making his thoughts known to the Sailors player on the deck. It looks like Rui Pires. Play is continuing at the moment.
ball hasn't gone out, so it's okay for them to just play on. They haven't kicked the ball out, so play goes on. I think Tanaka wasn't happy with Roy Perez just going down. And he has a point because he's up now.
Slightly bizarre passage of play, so both teams almost stopped playing when the ball was indeed in play. But both the stricken players are back on their feet and the contest continues. And the referee, now that the ball has gone out, just checking that everything is in order. And Balestier Khalsa get us restarted with the throw. Hafiz Ahmad, an hour played here at the Bishan Stadium. The Sailors with a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, as long as the scoreline remains the same, Balestier has got every opportunity to come back into this game. And obviously they need to be really wary of the counter-attacks, clinical finishing of the Sailors.
Remember, 3 points for either of these teams today will see them move into second place behind BG Patum, who have 7 points after 3 games. 3 points for either team today will mean Geylang International are eliminated from the 2025 Singapore Cup. For the Sailors, 3 points is crucial in their hopes of finding silverware on all fronts. They lead the league with a canter. They're through to the semi-finals of the ACL2. They want points on the board today to secure qualification into the knockout phase of the Singapore Cup. They are the reigning cup holders. They will want to continue to keep their hands on the trophy. They have to be careful of Balestier Khalsa, who've struck first in this second half. It's Kodai Tanaka, who's come back to score against his former club.
Yeah, I just do feel that the league title is theirs to lose. And if they keep on going in terms of form and stay away from injuries and suspensions, you just do feel that they're gonna be very difficult to beat in the Singapore Cup as well.
Plenty at stake, and the fans you just saw shot off will be expectant for their Sailors team to continue the rich vein of form they've produced in 2025. 15 games played already this year, this being number 16. The Sailors have lost just once in those 15 games, and that was a dead rubber in the Shopee Cup to Kaya. So when it matters, the Sailors have shown up, but they all matter here on fourth when you're fighting for silverware. Here come Bart Ramsler. Looking for a white shirt, finds Song Yong, closed down expertly by Riku. Almost caught Song by surprise.
Yeah, just playing a little bit more with confidence here, this Balestier side, in the second half, and then they give the ball away.
That they do, but they eventually try and clear their lines. Not that way, they won't. Hafiz Ahmad taking no prisoners, launches it long, high and wide. Lionel Tan with Kodai Tanaka shutting him down, opts to clear the ball out for a throw-in.
Just look at the benches as well from both sides, and Balestier probably have Ignatius to come in if they are coming in with a chance to score a goal or something like that. Got Ignatius to score goals, but apart from that, really lacking.
A really thin bench. Hafiz Ahmad needed to be careful there. Manuel Neuer-esque, deciding to head the ball. And I tell you what, it's not gone out for a corner, it's gone out for a throw-in off the corner flag.
Yeah, I thought his starting position was good enough, and then he decided to go with his head. He hit it against Costa there. Got a little bit lucky.
Certainly got lucky there, the Balestier Khalsa goalkeeper, as his teammate Abdul Kaim stands on this throw. It does look like a substitution is in the offing very, very soon for the Lion City Sailors. Hami Shaheen ready to join the action. As Tony Rakovic launches this above the defender, looking for Diego Costa. Good ball into the box. Leonard T just arrived on the scene a bit too late.
Yeah, again, good cross into the penalty area, to the 6-yard area. There you go.
There you have it, the change incoming. Hami Shaheen stripped and ready to come on. He's going to replace Leonard T, who's taking the scenic route around Bishan Stadium to exit proceedings. What's the thinking behind the change here?
Well, I think he probably needs a rest, because he played in midweek, so probably that's the only reason why he's off, because probably they need goals as well up top. But, you know, Hami Shaheen, another player who can come in and do well, and Shawal Anwar is in there as well. Probably he will play up top on his own. Shawal to take Leonard T's position.
Hami, first touch of the ball. Nice and simple, lays it off to Lionel Tan. Sure blocks out the ball forward. The Sailors, though, have possession. They are looking for a goal to give them that cushion once again. They had a 2-goal advantage. They've seen it reduced to 1. But they're knocking on the door, looking for a 3rd goal of the evening. That ball in, though, by Diego Costa is gathered by Hafiz Ahmad.
Yeah, a simple ball there, and Fudel just went to sleep a little bit.
Another goal over at the Jalan Besar Stadium. The Young Lions have pulled one back via Jun Kobayashi. 66 minutes played in that contest. So 5 goals over at the Jalan Besar Stadium, 3 goals here at the Bishan Stadium. And you suspect there's more to come in both those matches. Song, outstanding save from Hafiz Ahmad, quick off his line.
Yeah, I think there's no question about Hafiz Ahmad in terms of his shot stopping. You know, in those 1v1 situations, it can be very difficult to beat, but it's too easy again. Bat Ramsla playing Song on. Shedang worryingly goes down for Balestier.
Yeah, Shedang in a bit of pain. Have a look at the chance here. Song with the chance to make it 3. Close down.
Trying to dink it past Hafiz. That's the ball in from Bat Ramsla, who has been outstanding today.
Yeah, Hafiz Ahmad quick off his line to narrow the angle, preventing Song's dink from going in. Rankovic doesn't look best pleased, hasn't been as comfortable in the second half as it was in the first.
Yeah, and you know, I think he was just not happy with them being sloppy. You know, I think they should have been 2-3 goals ahead, especially in that first half, and then in the second half, really sloppy, which allowed Balestier to score that goal.
As Shedang steps off the pitch to receive treatment. Does look like he's mobile enough to continue playing in this contest. Time will tell as there's a bit of an enforced break just to make sure Shedang is okay. There's a drop ball given, which Balestier will restart for us. Hafiz Ahmad, the busier of both the goalkeepers, in the second half at least, has been called into action a couple of times. Launches it long. Bailey Wright wins the header comfortably. And then Rui Perez passes this back to Tony Datkovic. Here comes Diego Costa. Costa to Bart. Bart Ramsla.
Yeah, just looking to clip the ball in there into the far post for Song Ho-Yong. who's been really mobile and flexible in his positioning. But Ramsala is so difficult to stop. He's so strong, and he drives forward with the ball as well.
Try as they might, the Sailors have yet to find a way past the Balestier backline in the second half, by virtue of a couple of smart saves from the Balestier goalkeeper.
I just hope that Abdul Kahim, they didn't pull his calf. I just hope that it's only a matter of cramps here, because the way he went down wasn't that great.
He is walking back to his centre-back berth. Good on the Sailors to put the ball out just as we confirm his Abdul Kahim's participation in this, or fitness rather. And Balestier repaying the favour, giving the ball back to the Lion City Sailors. Diego Costa to Tony Datkovic. Zafan looking for the out ball to Diego Costa, just a bit high, couldn't find his fullback. Zafan Raizat, bit of a nervy start at the start of this contest, but grown into it as much as he can. Hasn't been tested as much. Shot from range from Sujita coming off the crossbar.
Yeah, Abdul Kahim really struggling now. I think they're trying to figure out which calves is injured now. Shawal taking turns.
Can't fault Shawal for trying, but it does look like Abdul has told him to leave it to the professionals.
Yeah, I think he needs a change here. I think they've got a couple of defensive players in there as well. Sheikh Faris can play in there. Emerick Ong, obviously. 34-year-old Emerick Ong.
So options for Peter de Roo if he opts to make the change for the stricken Abdul Kahim. In the meantime, the contest continues. Balestier will play on with 10 men just for the moment. Abdul, though, not one to give in so easily. I'm sure he'll press on. Two players for the Sailors getting in the way of each other at that time, as Bart Ramsala looked to take a shot, but he had Shawal Anwar standing in front of him.
Yeah, it's a poor ball in the end from Van Huysen. Easy for Hafiz in the end to just pluck it off the air.
Jared Gallagher. Hafiz has given the ball away. Hami Shaheen, who's just joined the fray. Great ball from Bart Ramsala. Van Huysen picking the wrong option. Idea was right, execution was bad.
Yeah, and again, maybe that time ball should have gone driven into the area, but again, just putting themselves into a spot of bother there. It was Hafiz with that ball out, and he didn't want the ball from Jared Gallagher. The back pass gave the ball away.
Sailors seeing plenty of possession as we approach the final 20 minutes of this contest. They have a slender 2-1 lead. Remember, Song Yi-yong and Bart Ramsala were the goal getters for the Sailors in the first half. Van Huysen, can he pick the correct pass? Picked it into a dangerous area. Acrobatic from Hafiz Ahmad, to say the least. It seems he didn't get a touch on it, and it's gone out for a Balestier Khalsa throw.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I don't exactly know what Hafiz was doing there. The ball was driven across from, this was a good ball in. Probably a little bit too hard, and coming across out for a throw-in. Oh, it's a corner. It can't be, it's a throw-in, I think. Oh, it's a corner, sorry.
Confusion there, but certainly given as a corner, the third corner of the game for the Lion City Sailors. Diego Costa saw the headlines there, decided to go for a shot. The ball's bobbled all the way out of the stadium.
It hasn't been great, the finishing. Diego Costa, poor effort in the end. At least put it on target.
And Balestier Khalsa will restart with the goal kick. You can see at the bottom of your picture, Abdul Karim has rejoined the action, so he presses on despite feeling the effects of the match on his legs. "15 minutes of the allocated 90 left to play in this contest. It looks like Ignacio Zhang is stripped and ready to come on for Balestier Khalsa. We'll have confirmation of that very, very shortly.
Yeah, why not? They need a goal from somewhere. Probably the attacking player has to come in, and there should be an attacking substitution.
Yeah, certainly the obvious change to make for Peter de Roo. Ignacio Zhang has 8 goals in the league.
Surprised Abdul Karim is still playing. He looks okay now.
Ignacio Zhang also scored in the cup in that 5-4 victory over Geylang International. That was a chance for the Sailors. Bart Ramsler, 6s and 7s here for Balestier Khalsa, and somehow, some way, they keep their goal intact.
Yeah, the first effort was saved by Hafiz, and again that time Harith Kanadi with the final stop. This Balestier players just dropping like flies. Let's take a look at them. Sherdang, Abdul Karim, and I think Harith Kanadi has gone down as well. Good save initially, then Bart Ramsler taking ages to take a shot. Finally coming off man, Harith Kanadi.
So it does look like there needs to be a few changes, with Harith Kanadi calling for a change as well. Hafiz Ahmad is also on the deck. Have you already said dropping like flies?
Yeah, exactly.
And the medic certainly earning his keep here, keeping busy. There might be a change in Peter de Roo's plans for substitutions, but it does look like for the Sailors, Abdul Razak Akeem is stripped and ready to come on. He's set to replace Shawal Anwar, just receiving final instructions. Peter de Roo with some pondering to do, as it did seem like Abdul Karim was the player he was set to replace, but with Sherdang also stricken, he's had to change his mind. In the meantime, though, fourth official Oswin Rosario brings up the board to confirm that change.
Yeah, that's a 1-for-1 change in terms of position, so Abdul Razak will just step in, play as an outright striker. And you're right about Ignatius trying to come in for Abdul Karim, but now maybe probably plans have changed. Probably will go with a back 4 now with Balestier, with Ignatius coming in. We'll see who comes off.
Here comes Abdul Razak for the Lion City Sailors, 23 years of age. Was part of the Singapore Mitsubishi Electric Cup squad and the upcoming national team squad as well. In the meantime, though, confirmation of the change. It is Sherdang who's made way for Ignacio Zhang. So Abdul Karim will soldier on in this Balestier back line as Sherdang makes way. You can see at the top of your picture, he's still stricken, receiving treatment.
Yeah, I think they probably go with a back 4, Fudil right back, Harith Kanadi as left back, and Abdul Karim and Madhu Mohana as the central defenders.
A roll of the dice from Peter de Roo to bring on an attacking player in place of a defender.
Yeah, I think they've got to. You know, they're down 1-2, and they've really got to push for a goal, because the loss here is really no good for them.
And Ignacio Zhang arrives as a player in good form, scored the winner late on last time out for Balestier Khalsa. recently notching 100 appearances for the Tigers. And wouldn't he love to mark 101 with another goal? Tony Ratkovic to Diego Costa. Weighs out his options. Costa tries to beat Fudil, doesn't succeed.
Nicely done from Fudil. It's a late challenge from Rui Perez. Play goes on. This is Ignatius with his first touch of the game.
Final 10 minutes for Balestier Khalsa to pull themselves back into this contest. 10 minutes more for the Sailors to hold on or try and extend their advantage in the contest. Remember, winner moves into second spot into Group B. Not with balls like that, they won't, Balestier Khalsa.
Yes, initially it was good play from Ignatius, but then just rushed it a little bit, forcing play.
Lionel Tan switches it, looking for Diego Costa. Done well to win the header. And then Abdul Razak runs onto it. Has options, Abdul Razak, the substitute who's only just joined the fray. Runs it down the byline. Lacked any form of power, the ball into the box.
Yeah, but Ramsala wanted the ball earlier to be played from Abdul Razak.
Darren Tay. Abdul Qayyum is soldiering on. Real high press here from Rui Perez. Almost alongside Abdul Razak for a second there. Abdul trying to find a red shirt with the ball forward, doesn't succeed. It's a throw. Hami finds his fellow substitute Abdul Razak, who's laid it off to Christopher Van Huysen. Good ball that to Bart Ramsla. Him and Costa were on different wavelengths there. Costa had cut in. He expected Costa to be further down the left flank.
Yeah, I thought he tried to be a little bit too smart there. Probably could have taken it on his own, control it and shoot. But Ramsla.
Here we go, have a look at.
Yeah, a little bit too far in the end, and Hafiz does well just to read the play, read the pass from Ramsla.
Abdul left it to Hafiz without realizing Abdul Razak was in close attendance. He used the word annoying for Shawal Anwar earlier. Abdul Razak certainly being annoying in the box. Ball over the top, looking for Kodai Tanaka. This is a chance, and this is a big, big save from Zafan Rohaizat. The shot itself lacked any form of power, but Zafan had to stand up to it, and that he did.
Well, that was the chance, wasn't it? What a ball that was from Daronte over the top, and Tanaka, of all players.
If they're not careful here, Balestier can concede. Costa's done well. Song has missed a sitter. With the goal gaping, Song Yong has sent it high and wide.
Well, two misses in a row, one from either side, Tanaka and then Song. And Diego Costa doesn't really look convincing when he's in those positions. And, that's why he's a left back or left wing back.
Certainly showing his positional prowess there in terms of the finishing. But again, a real basketball sequence in a football match. First Tanaka, and then on the break, the Sailors, both being let down by poor finishing.
Tanaka one was really a weak finish. The goalkeeper did well there, but he should have buried that one.
Riku Do wonder how many more chances Balestier Khalsa will be able to carve out in the remainder of this contest, because the clock is ticking. Remember, this is Balestier Khalsa's third match in the Singapore Cup. They won one and lost one coming into today. A loss today will really do them not a whole lot of good, because only the top 2 teams from each group qualifies to the semi-finals. As for the Lion City Sailors, it's only match day 2 in their Singapore Cup campaign. They started it with a victory over Tanjong Pagar. If they can hold on to this, it'll be 2 wins in 2 games for them. Jared to Kodai Tanaka, who's dropped deep, looking to link play up. Sujita with a shot from range. Did so well, Sujita, fleet-footed, carved himself the space, and then took a shot.
Yeah, that was close, wasn't it? This was the jump. What a ball from Darren Tate behind the defense. Good first touch. And Zafran made himself as big as possible, as long as possible. This was Diego Costa, who does well. And then this was superb, wasn't it, from Song at set for the finish.
2 good chances gone begging on either end. And the latest one, I beg your pardon, was by Riku Fukashiro rather than Masahiro Sujita. Nonetheless, the shot from Riku lacked any form of accuracy. But Ramsla lays it off to Abdul Razak, who has space in front of him to run. Can he make it count, Abdul Razak? Lacked the panache in the shot.
Yeah, I think he did the right thing in terms of opening his body up and trying to put it into the far post, but just lacked that power in the finish. Hafiz read it well.
Another chance goes begging for the Sailors. Will they be left ruining their missed chances? Time will tell. Riku puts the ball into the box. Kodai Tanaka, tame header, headed it downwards rather than into the goal. And it's an easy catch for Zafran Rahaiza. That's 2 chances now for Kodai.
Well, I said this before. Tanaka, that was the chance, and then this one's the chance. Oh, what a ball this was as well. Just behind Bailey Wright. Let's take a look at this. Oh, it has to be finished. Team effort.
Team effort indeed. Surprising for a man who's already got 20 goals in the league and 3 in the cup, and a 4th after his earlier effort. But nonetheless, if you're just joining us, you've joined us at the perfect time, because this contest is on a boil. The Sailors with a slender 2-1 advantage. Balestier Khalsa doing all they can to bring themselves back into this contest. At the bottom of your picture, it looks like a couple of changes are in the offing for the Lion City Sailors. Haris Harun and Akram Azman stripped and ready to come on. I'll have confirmation of that changes for you very, very soon. Here come the Sailors. Song Hee-young's ball couldn't find Abdul Razak. The man who opened the scoring this evening, Song Hee-young, has put in an industrious shift since. Time left in this contest to see if it's a happy ending for Song Hee-young. Ami tussling for the ball, did well against Riku. Perez lays it off to Bart Ramsla. 3 against 2 here. Here comes Bart. Took the shot from range. What a goal that is from Bart Ramsla. Caps off a remarkable evening he's put in for the Sailors with his 2nd goal of the evening. 3rd on the night for the Sailors, and they now restore their 2-goal cushion to lead 3-1.
Well, you know, there is a point where you have to engage the player coming on, and they just backed off, and there's only one winner in the end. Just look at this shot. There's no way Hafiz going to save that shot. And to be fair, he saved them on a couple of occasions already this game. And Ramsla has to be my man of the match. I think he's been outstanding this game.
Bart Ramsla up to 4 goals in the Singapore Cup. 2 goals on match day 1 of the Cup against Tanjong Pagar United. And now 2 goals on match day 2 against Balestier Khalsa. As you can see at the bottom of your picture, that double change has become a triple change now. Looks like Rui Perez, Christopher Van Huysen have made way for Haris Harun and Akram Azman respectively. Also stripped and ready to come on is a certain Nathan Mao, just 16 years of age, a prodigious talent. The referee has called it back because Nathan Mao is indeed set to join the fray before we kick off.
Substitutions for Lion City Sailors, number 8, Rui Perez is replaced by number 4.
Looks like Song Yong is the man to make way for Nathan Mao, so a triple change for the team that leads 3-1 heading into the final 30 seconds of regulation time. Confirmation that Nathan Mao, Akram Azman and Haris Harun have stepped onto the pitch for Song Yong, Rui Perez and Christopher Van Huysen respectively. And the substitutes will have a bumper 6 minutes of added time to join the fray because that's the amount of stoppage time added to the end of this contest. The complexion of this final few minutes well and truly changing after Bart Ramsla helped himself to his 2nd goal on the evening to give the Sailors that 3-1 victory. In the end, fairly deserved for the Sailors, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so. You know, I think they've been clinical. I think they've always looked dangerous on the attack. Did look a little bit sloppy in the second half, the start of the second half, but they always look like they're always going to score. Here comes Abdul Qaim with a mistake.
Nathan Mao, will he go for goal? He sets up Bart Ramsla, who has the chance for a hat-trick. Bart Ramsla returns it to Nathan Mao. And somehow, some way, it's been cleared off the line. Abdul Qaim redeeming himself. But what a chance that was for Nathan Mao to make an impact off the bench and for Bart Ramsla to complete a hat-trick.
Well, initially he did well there to play Bart Ramsla on instead of taking a shot, and then he received a favor from Bart Ramsla on the cutback. Abdul Qaim, you gotta give credit to him. Bart Ramsla does well here, just to put it on a plate for him. Probably didn't angle it a little bit further away from Abdul Qaim, but credit to Abdul for not giving up hope.
Heroic considering the circumstances from Abdul Qaim. Having initially given the ball away, redeemed himself well. But from Nathan Mao's perspective, he must have seen the headlines. Just 16 years of age. Already got a handful of appearances for the Sailors. Another opportunity for the Sailors to extend their 3-1 cushion. Bart Ramsla goes for goal. Gets a goal. Bart Ramsla, who we thought had missed the chance for a hat-trick. How wrong were we? Because from the set piece, Bart Ramsla has sealed all 3 points and sealed the match ball for himself as well.
Well, he is definitely the man of the match. Outstanding. Free kick right in the top corner. Don't exactly know whether Hafiz could have gotten there. Maybe should have done better, Hafiz.
Over the wall, into the net. Bart Ramsla now up to 5 goals in the Singapore Cup. 2 on match day 1, a hat-trick on match day 2. And how about that for an impact? The Sailors now heading for a resounding 4-1 victory to match what they did to Tanjong Pagar United on match day 1 of the Singapore Cup.
Yep, it has been a wonderful game for Bart Ramsla, finishing very clinical.
A late change here. It does look like Abdul Qaim will eventually get the break he's been looking to get. He's replaced by number 47, Sheikh Fariz. Trudges off despite a heroic effort in defense, has seen his team concede 4. It's pinball in the Sailors box, but eventually the referee, Zulfikar Mustafa, blows the whistle.
Well, it could have been all different if Tanaka had scored before. You know, he had 2 opportunities to score.
Bizarre considering the circumstances, his reaction there must be some form of sarcasm going on. But to your point, if Kodai Tanaka had taken one of those 2 chances that fell to him, it would have been a very different contest from a Balestier Khalsa perspective. Launch long from Zafan Roaizat. Akram Azman heads it on to Haris Harun. Good play this from the Lion City Sailors. Nathan Mao earns the corner off Sheikh Fariz, who's only just joined the foray.
Yeah, just comes across his man and got that all-important interception.
From Balestier's perspective, it's really about damage limitation at this point, not conceding from the set piece because the contest is long gone, courtesy of that late Bart Ramsla double, adding to his first half goal that sees him seal a hat-trick. Sujita will get onto this. Lionel Tan, excellent recovery, preventing the ball from Sugita. Some shift Lionel Tan has put in today.
Yeah, he does well. That just comes across all action and gets that tackle.
Harith Kanadi. Darren Tay to Ignatius Ang, who hasn't really made an impact off the bench. Haris Harun doing well to muscle him, not according to the referee, given as a foul. Haris Harun taking hold of the armband after joining the foray. The Sailors and national team captain. That is full time here at the Bishan Stadium. It has finished in a commanding 4-1 victory for the Lion City Sailors. 3 goals for Bart Ramsla, 3 points for the Lion City Sailors, whose quest to retain their Singapore Cup trophy is well and truly on.
Yep, and Lion City Sailors, very, very commanding win here. And they looked comfortable throughout that set for maybe a point in that second half when they were sloppy and Tanaka could have scored 2 goals. But in the end, comfortable victory.
Comfortable indeed. Balestier Khalsa welcomed Masahiro Sugita back into their lineup after an injury layoff. But the Sailors, despite their hectic schedule, have sealed all 3 points. Work to do for Peter de Roo. But it's the Sailors who move into 2nd spot in Group B. Final score here at the Bishan Stadium, the Lion City Sailors 4, Balestier Khalsa 1. Let's have a look at how it all transpired. The Sailors with a swift counter, Shawal Anwar involved, setting up his national teammate Song Yong. 1-0 to the Sailors.
Classic counter-attack from the LCS. Song started it all and then played the ball out wide for Shawal Anwar. His assist. And a very, very good controlled finish from Song Eong.
First goal of the Cup campaign for Song Eong. The next goal, though, belonged to Bart Ramsla. Already scored 2 on match day 1. Helped himself to this one. And what a goal it was to make it 2-0 to the Sailors.
Yeah, brilliant solo goal. A very, very calm finish in the end. Just curled it into the far corner. But Balestier's defense really, really slack. Allows him to go inside and then nobody marking him in terms of closing down. And then that finish was a superb one into the far corner.
That was Bart Ramsla's 3rd goal of the Singapore Cup, 13th overall. Balestier Khalsa, though, would reduce the areas at the start of the second half. Sugita with the shot from range. Kodai Tanaka heading home into empty net to make it 2-1.
Yeah, it was all about that long effort, a long-range effort from Sugita. Superb effort. Ball just dipping at the last moment, hits the underside of the bar. And from this angle, it did look like it just went over the line, but it doesn't matter because it was 2-1 at this stage. Tanaka with the header.
So Kodai Tanaka gave his team a lifeline, but Bart Ramsla was in a mood today, in a mood to score some goals, and this made it 3-1 to the Sailors.
And all his goals were brilliant, wasn't it? All with his right foot, but it all started off with Hami Shaheen's tackle in the middle of the park, which allowed the counter-attack to go through. Again, another superb run and a superb finish. But Balestier's defense, again, just backing off and allowed that shot to come through.
That was Bart Ramsla's 14th goal of the season, 4th in the tournament. That gave the Sailors a commanding 3-1 victory after 88 minutes. Bart, though, wasn't done just yet. A stupendous free kick to seal a hat-trick. How about that for a goal, Sashi?
Yeah, match ball for Bart Ramsla. Wanted it so much, and obviously he will be, definitely, I think, will be the man of the match. But superb 3-star performance there.
Bit harsh not to give him a 5-star rating, but I can see why you went for 3 stars. Let's have a look at the match stats. I think the attempts tell you everything you need to know. The Sailors dominant from start to finish.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, we talk about the possession stat as well. 51 for Balestier, but it doesn't matter because it was all about the quality in the attacking third and the quality of the finishing from Bart Ramsla.
Let's have a look at Group B standings. As mentioned, the winner of today will move into second spot, and that's none other than the Lion City Sailors. 6 points from 2 games. They trail BG Patum, who have 7 points from 3 games. As for Geylang International, it's goodbye to the Singapore Cup. They are eliminated with no chance of finishing in the top 2. This, of course, was one of 2 games happening across the island. The other was in Group A, and that saw BG Tampines Rovers secure a resounding 4-1 victory against the Young Lions. Inamoto opening the scoring for the Stags.
Yeah, first off, a couple of easy finishes from Inamoto. This time round, just an easy tap in, and then Shah Shahiran got into the picture.
Shahiran from outside the box, doubling the Stags' advantage after 23 minutes. They weren't done just yet, BG Tampines Rovers, because Inamoto would grab his second of the first half.
Right place, right time again. Inamoto into an empty net. Good finish with his left foot.
So BG Tampines Rovers leading comfortably 3-0 at the break. They were handed a 4th goal. It was Joel Chu who made it 4-0. The goalkeeper will not want to watch that replay. The Young Lions pulled one back. Jun Kobayashi reducing the areas to make it 4-1, but that was how it remained all the way till the end. BG Tampines Rovers with an important 4-1 victory over the Young Lions. And that's the weekend done and dusted, but there's plenty more action coming along. On the 27th of March, Geylang International take on the Lion City Sailors, that rescheduled match. And then there are 4 games to come. On the 28th of March is the Young Lions against Albirex Niigata, a doubleheader on the 29th of March, Hougang United against BG Tampines Rovers, as well as Balestier Khalsa against Tanjong Pagar United. And then on 30th of March, BG Patum take on the Lion City Sailors, and as it stands, that could be for top spot in Group B. And there you have it, the final score at the Bishan Stadium. The Lion City Sailors 4, Balestier Khalsa 1. On behalf of Shashi Kumar, this is Yao Raushan signing off. We'll see you for the next installation of the Singapore Cup.